Right, hey, what's up everyone, it's Weston here. So today we've got the review of the Sony SRS-X2 and we're just going to jump in and talk straight about the design. Now the speaker is very simple, it's very compact, very lightweight and it's very nice. So at the front you've got a metal grille and a grey surround around the grille, which looks very nice. So the speaker is finished off in a lovely soft touch matte finish. It's sort of rubberized and it's really nice quality. The only issue is, like most matte finishes, it does attract a lot of fingerprints and a lot of grease from your fingers. So this finish is on the top of the speaker and on the back as well. So speaking of the back of the speaker, you've got a couple of connections and your charge light. Then on your top of the speaker, you've got your Sony logo, your NFC, your volume control, your power on-off switch, your sound button, your pairing button, and a phone call enabling button as well. So it's really packed full of design features. Right, so now we're going to talk about build quality, and it is very well made. So it's got real metal at the front to protect your drivers, a rubberized finish around the sides and on the back, and it's a mostly plastic construction, but it's not cheap. It feels really robust and really solid. It's got a nice amount of weight to it, but it's not too heavy, which is very good, and it is well put together. There's no sort of scrappy bits around the connections, and it's all really clean and really nice, as you would expect from a Sony product. So build quality is top notch. So now we're going to give you a rundown of the features, and there is quite a lot. So this is packing NFC, your volume control, a power on-off switch, your sound control, which I will cover more in depth later on. Then you've got your Bluetooth as well, and you've got the ability to take calls via the Bluetooth speaker as well. So it is a very feature-packed speaker, which is surprising because it's not that expensive to buy. Right, so now I'm just going to talk a little bit about that sound button I was mentioned. Now what that sound button does is, on a press, you get a little light to tell you that the sound button has been pressed. And what it does is it transforms the sound. Now we'll let you know more about that when I do come to talk about sound. So if you're interested in how it changes the sound characteristics, stick around. So like I mentioned already, it's got NFC. So if your phone's NFC enabled, really quick and simple pairing with your device. If you haven't got NFC, don't worry, it's got Bluetooth and an auxiliary in as well, so no matter what device you've got, it will play music by it. So now we're going to talk about connectivity. Like I mentioned, NFC is the quickest way to get this device paired, other than the 3.5mm, which is your old style connection. So if you've got a 3.5 to 3.5mm cable, you just plug that straight into your device and straight into the speaker, and you've got audio. It's really that simple. If you've got a Bluetooth device, pairing is simple. You hold down the pair button, you get a little indicator telling you that Bluetooth's on, you search for it on your phone, you find it, and it's that easy. NFC, you just match the NFC logo up on top of the speaker right there with the NFC chip on your phone, which should be labelled, and it pairs straight away. Leave it on the phone for a couple of seconds, you get a couple of messages that saying the phone has connected, and it's as simple as that. Right, so what sort of range do you get out of this speaker? Well, it's not the best I've tested, but again, it's not the worst. If you've got a straight line of sight, you're talking 10 meters easily, I've managed. But if you start putting doors and walls in between, but like any other speaker, it will start to deteriorate the signal. But that's to be expected from not just this speaker, but most Bluetooth speakers as well. So I would say it is about average for a speaker at this price and a Bluetooth speaker in general. Right, so now we're going to talk about the battery life of this speaker. Now it's quoted of up to 6 hours, I believe, which doesn't sound like that much. But I managed to get 7.5 hours out of this speaker at around 65% volume, which for me personally is loud enough. If you obviously like your music louder, then obviously the battery life will deteriorate, but it's still very impressive. Charge time takes around 2 hours from your mains, from completely dead, but that will vary depending on your electricity output from your mains. So when you're charging, you get a orange indicator at the back of the speaker to tell you that it is being charged. When it's finished, that will disappear. When your battery is about to die, the same indicator will flash orange, telling you obviously that your portable speaker needs charging. All really nice features on a speaker that's very, very inexpensive. Right, so now we get on to the sound. Now the sound of this speaker is very, very good. I really enjoyed listening to this speaker over the time I've had it. Now the bass is obviously not going to be as deep as larger speakers, but it is very, very impressive for the size. The only one I can compare it to really is the Simple Audio Go, which I'm going to be doing a video comparing it anyway, so you'll get a chance to hear the two side by side. But its bass is much better than that. Its mid-range is a little bit too forward, but there is a little trick to solve that. The highs again are a little bit too present, but if you've been watching from the beginning, you'll know about the little magic sound button. Press that and everything changes. You get more detail in your bass, your mid-range, it takes a little bit of a step back and it becomes more open and clear. So your vocals really open up, really have more height to them as well. And they sound very, very nice. It's actually one of the best vocal productions I've heard from a speaker. And not only mentioning, it's very, very small as well. The higher frequencies again take a bit of a step back, allowing your vocals, your mid-range and your bass to come through. I am very, very impressed with this little speaker. So up next is the usual sound test. Right guys, so you've just heard how this sounds. Now if you want to hear a sound on and off comparison, then I will do that for you and put that on the channel. And that'll just give you an impression of what it actually sounds like with the sound on and with it off. Right guys, so that is about it for this review. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button because I've got more awesome videos coming very, very soon. Right guys, so thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you all on the next one.